the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello. And you welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. I have all you here. By the way, the radio station is B103. 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 I just want to say that because don't talk about radio stations. You gotta talk about it right. Just get out there in case nobody knows what B103 is. It's been around for a very long time in our community. So it's my God, but listen, I guess all comprehension skills are not the same. But moving on, that's neither here nor there. Listen, I am here because I want to talk to y'all for a little bit about a development that happened now earlier today. There was some information dropped, and could there be a cover-up is the question, right? Now, of course, it's very easy to say yes when evidence is presented to you, right? We all have the right to change our minds, our perspective, our points of view, all that stuff, right? But what do I always say to y'all? If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Yes, indeed. So give me one moment here as I take down this iconic intro, because it is time to talk about some things. Because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeed. Give me one moment, y'all. Hopefully your Saturday is going well. Yes, indeed. Just gotta get these over here. Should have done it before the show. But it's all going to make sense here in just a minute. Like I said, hopefully your guys' Saturday's going well. Got to hang out with my parents for a little bit. Always love seeing them. Absolutely, I do. Ooh, excuse me. Jesus. And by the way, can Postmates please pay their workers $15 an hour so we can get the damn meals that we want at the price we see? Because good Lord Jesus, I cannot keep doing this. I just can't keep doing this. Hang on, y'all. Give me one moment here. Okay. Okay, let me do that one. Duplicate that. Sorry, y'all. Want to make sure that I get this right for you all. So just give me a few moments here. Okay. All right. Almost there. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Trying to make sure that I get this right here for y'all. Sorry. Okay. almost there, y'all. I think I just got one more, and then we will make it do what it do. Okay, then this is the final one, I believe. Okay. Okay, hang on, y'all. I'm coming. There we go. Okay, so I got. Okay, cool. Sorry, y'all. It's all gonna make sense here in a minute. Sorry, y'all. Actually, you know what? I'll put up the intro again. My bad. Give me a moment, y'all. Just give me a moment. I'm making sure that something is correct here for y'all live. I normally don't do this, but this is too important for it not to be correct. So that's two. That's three. That's four, I believe. Just got 5 and 6, y'all. I got different slides here for y'all. And like I said, when I was thinking about this right earlier, when I was at my parents' house, I'm like, okay, I got to think about the format I am going to do, because the way I'm going to cover this thing is going to be a little bit different than most, right? Okay, then I got a little more. Okay. Let me sit to myself. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Almost there. Okay. And then got one more for y'all here, and then we'll get started. Okay, my bad for the delay, everybody. Please forgive me. But it's better to be right than to be wrong. You don't want to be a Blogograms, a Tasha K, a AL or DL whisperer. Amen. Somebody, amen. Now we can take down the iconic intro here. You see that virtual door background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual door music? Yes, you do. And then there is a me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Got me a haircut today. Shout out to my dad. Child, listen, I look completely different. But anyway, glad to have you here. All right, let's get to it, because the way, like I said before, the way I'm going to do this is a little bit different, right? And I think it's very important that I come on now. So technology. Okay. That there. That there. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. So how many of you remember Wanda Smith, right? She recently passed away it was a couple of years ago, I believe. But Wanda Smith was on Frank Ski and Wanda in the morning, right? And Cat Williams was in studio live, and it was a back and forth that was legendary for the ages, right? Now, Red Grant was at V103 to promote his performance at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? And Wanda Smith, who was a comedian, also did the Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? And, you know, Cat Williams was talking about many things, from the things he cooks to Tiffany Haddish. It was a smorgasbord of things. And for those of you who may not remember it, I'm going to bring up the ending of that, right? So give me one moment here. Just to get, because this was the funniest part to a lot of people. So okay. Right here. Okay, I got it. I just gotta find the part. So I'm gonna play this ending, right? Because this is the most important part that I need you to see. Okay, here we go. Like I said, sorry for the delay, y'all. I was just trying to make sure something was right for y'all. Okay, here we go.
Your kids when they were little?
Oh no, I didn't cuss around them. They never seen me. They still like. I got 3 daughters that still have not seen me smoke a cigarette or anything.
Have they seen your stand-up? Like, some people bring their kids to the show. Have they ever been to your show?
Oh yeah. I'm a single father, so
I know.
I'm saying my children have always been in the business, and actually the only thing I've actually been proud of publicly, because I have 19 felonies, so I couldn't be that proud publicly. But the only thing I'm publicly proud of is that there aren't any pictures of my children available on the internet in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
All right.
So to be able to protect a squad of Black children's privacy for 19 years has been a blessing.
That's dope.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook that they are proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have? Tell us what you cook.
As a father of 7 with an unlimited...
I'm just gonna let you know, from here it goes to hell. So listen, we're just catching you up. And the reason why I am bringing this up, because it relates to Big Tigger and the BB situation that he is going through right now.
Food budget, you can make whatever is necessary.
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
I said, what do they like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean...
I said, you answer the question and just tell me.
Man, you're a strong Black woman. Is it okay for me to answer?
Come on.
You keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
It is.
Oh, really?
I want to let everybody know that Wanda got some lipstick on right now with enough glitter for the 4th of July.
That's right. Kissable lips.
So what do you cook, Kat?
All right. So the thing is, with 7, you become a good cook just because you got too many different opinions. Like 4 of these is daughters. So I got a daughter that only eats vegetables. And then I got a daughter that only eat meat. And I got a daughter that doesn't do dairy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're cooking for whoever is 4 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
And then you're making the adjustments from there. So you might make lasagna, but you understand that only 4 or 5 people out of 8 are
have lasagna.
going lasagna. So then you have to do a vegetarian lasagna just so that you can cut the difference. And then because these are Negro children, you make chicken wings and make 1 dozen of those. So you got a regular lasagna, a vegetarian lasagna, and 12 wings. And then you fill it out with salad and bread. And then adult here gets that glass of Port Reserve from Chateau Elan.
Chateau Elan,
and the
baby.
young children get that sweet tea from Publix. And there's a meal with a budget of about $64 that'll feed 7 people.
All right. All right.
I love it.
The hood education from Cat Williams.
Okay.
All right. Red Grant.
How many kids you got, one?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple?
Hmm?
Aren't boys simple?
They can be.
Oh man.
They can be.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys say, yeah.
They like for me to I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me, does it say heat up water? That's the only step in broccoli, heat up water.
Whatever.
Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you
whatever,
burn
hater.
broccoli? You
Whatever,
can't burn
hater.
it because it's made in a pot of water.
You don't know nothing about.
You know what her second meal they love from it? What I do with corn.
Whatever.
I like to get it out that can and I put it in there. And then I get a can of water and I put it on there. And then I get some Zatarain's. They don't expect that. I sprinkle Zatarain's on
It's
it.
Red Grant's laugh, man.
Whatever.
Yes, ma'am. You good at
Whatever.
heating stuff up.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am. And getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's right. True.
Tomorrow, be there.
All right.
Red Grant show. I know
Red
I'll
Grant.
be there. Don't miss it.
Red Grant, Cat Williams, thank
Y'all
y'all
too.
for coming through, man.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming in.
I see why people come to Wanda's show.
Yeah.
Because Frank Ski puts it down.
That's right. Get on out of here with your crazy ass.
Uh-huh. Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air.
Come
So
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay? Are you all right?
Only one of our
You all
hands
right?
moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? Are you okay this
Red
morning?
Grant, Atlanta Comedy.
Tell Wanda to
And
take
make
off
sure-
them headphones and that
make
wig.
sure- And make sure.
That wig and that
Oh,
headphones
And
on
make sure
together.
the old ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had
But-
to open it up and
but-
show us
but
it was
it-
Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't
walk
have to
past
open
but
it
you
up.
did,
These
though.
people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes,
We see
ma'am.
it. Well, happy.
And happy
for
whatever
you.
store is for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. That's right. Very proud.
Okay, let's
Very
play some
proud.
music real quick if we
I want you to
can.
pay attention.
We going to a break
what's
real quick?
Very
All right, good.
proud.
We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21.
Yeah.
Necklace Collection.
That's right. Shout out.
They don't remember me for
love
wilding
when-
out,
I
right?
love
I'm not the right one to Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl.
And what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No.
Calm
No.
down. Calm down.
Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on. No.
No, $12.
No. That all is
$12
available. If you want
$12.
to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Citgo
Go
or Quick Trip at any point.
Come get
If you
Miss
buy
Shay.
2 packs of Newport
Import 100s. They will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash. Won't you come on down?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Go
The
Shay,
show
please
starts
come
at
get
9.
her.
Wanda gets to the stage at 9:17. Please come on down.
Go Shay, please come get Miss Cat and do her hair.
She's almost out of breath. Be careful now. Even on the radio, you can hear the fact that exercise has crept into her vocabulary.
Hurry up, little mama. We're done.
You already used that one. Don't repeat your jokes, Fresh.
Go ahead.
Get your ass out of here.
So the reason why I wanted to bring that up, not just because it's funny, but this happened on V103, right? Now, Red Grant was at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? And there was a bit of a situation, right? So from 11 Alive police, Cat Williams threatened with POW by Wanda Smith's husband outside comedy club. Here we go. Cat Williams told police that Wanda Smith's husband, Lamore Sellers, pulled a POW on him and pointed it in his face outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Now, this came out in September 18th, 2018. Comedian Cat Williams and Atlanta radio host Wanda Smith allegedly got into a fight outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Norcross, Georgia, that ended with Smith's husband pulling a POW on Williams, according to a report from the Gwinnett County Police Department. Smith and Williams reportedly started arguing at the club on Saturday, September 15th, about 9:30 p.m. about an interview that Smith did with Williams the week before. According to the police synopsis, Williams told police that Smith's husband, Lamore Sellers, pulled a POW on him and pointed it in his face. Williams and his security guard ran to the food depot next door to meet with police. Sellers told police that Williams had a verbal fight with Smith, and Williams indicated that he wanted to fight, according to the report. Sellers approached Williams, chased him to the food depot, and then turned back to the Atlanta Comedy Theater, police said. Sellers admitted to police that he had a POW and that it fell from his waistband while he was chasing Williams. He stopped to retrieve it, according to the report. He did not pointing a POW at anyone, right? So Cat Williams had a mugshot, right? No independent witnesses came forward to talk with officers about what happened, according to police. And here is the video.
It blows my mind that some lawmakers are trying to permanently shut down Planned Parenthood. They know less health care means more health risks. Patients deserve better. Join us at imforpp.org.
You have the power to change lives, starting with your own.
All right. So this is surveillance footage here. I just want you to pay attention to this footage because this relates, right? Big Tigger had a 1-minute video that came out. This was 9 minutes and 53 seconds. People coming out of the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Somebody running, apparently. Onlookers right here. So you see right there, there's the scuffle. It's right about over here. This scuffle. Now here's another angle of it right here. Right over here. So I believe that's no, that's not Wanda Smith. It's a little long in the tooth, but it is going to prove a very important point here very soon. That guy was taping some content. It's amazing what camera footage can do. It's like all this was before everything.
It blows my mind that some lawmakers are trying to permanently shut down Planned Parenthood. They know less healthcare means more health risks. Patients deserve better. Join us at imforpp.org.
You have the power to change lives, starting with your own.
Okay, so there's Wanda Smith right there. That's Wanda Smith right there. I'm guessing that's her husband right now, I'm assuming. So there's Wanda Smith. Sorry, y'all, about all the preempting. I'm guessing Cat Williams is on this side over here. And there goes her husband right there. Trying to find the actual moment here. So I think that's the guy that went after Cat Williams, I believe. But basically, that happened at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? The officer was told the Atlanta Comedy Theater has surveillance cameras, but they could not be accessed at the time. Williams told police that he did not wish to press charges. Police said the video surveillance shows any crimes, criminal charges could be filed, right? So, all of that, right? Now, what we are going to do is we are actually going to watch Francesca and Wanda talk about this, okay? Now, I want you to pay attention to the verbiage, to the language, and to the emotionality of this conversation. Like I said, I know that I can be long-winded at times, but everything I say always has a purpose. Or at least I try to give it a purpose, okay? Here we go.
We had to stop the music this morning and have a conversation because obviously there's an elephant in the room.
Right.
And it is that over the weekend, some things went viral online.
Mm-hmm.
I guess people expect us always to be transparent
Absolutely.
about things that happen to us.
Absolutely.
And to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, it's time that Wanda and I got together and decided time that we talk about it.
Right.
So, Wanda.
Now, this conversation happened Monday morning because because Red Grant was performing that weekend, right? So this happened Monday.
I want you to lead this conversation because
Okay.
I truly want you to give your words,
Right.
and how you feel, how everything happened, both Friday and throughout the weekend, leading us to this point now. In case you don't know, I'll rewind and recap everybody that doesn't know.
Okay.
On Friday, we had an interview with comedian Red Grant. And up until Friday morning, that was the plan. Comedian Red Grant would come in and do an interview promoting his appearance at the Atlanta Comedy Theater with Wanda over the weekend, but with Wanda specifically on Saturday. Right before Red Grant came into our studio, we got the call that Cat Williams was coming with him.
Right.
Cat Williams was not supposed to be interviewed.
Right.
You know, he didn't come for the interview. The interview was with Red Grant. But Wanda and I wanted to try to get Cat Williams to come on the air. So that everybody knows, he was very reluctant at first to come on the air.
Right.
Wanda had gone out to talk to him first to invite him on the air. He was like, no, I'm not going to come on the air. I tried to get him to at least come inside the studio. Cat Williams didn't want to come in the studio. But eventually he kind of relaxed, warmed up. And after some coaxing, he came in the studio and sat down.
Right.
During the conversation, I was able to direct a question to Cat Williams, which he answered. His answers started what became viral, and him talking about the comedy industry, how you get a deal, how you do stand-up, and his entrepreneuric spirit about doing comedy. And he really talked some really good information about him owning all of his rights to all of his stand-up and how he is the most successful stand-up comedian. He has more stand-up comedy specials than anybody else. And he began to talk about that. And when I say stand-up comedy specials, I mean the specials that are filmed and later become available on video or on TV.
Right.
It was then that he started getting loose, and we had some offline, off-the-air conversations with Cat, and he decided to stay for the second part. And he started getting relaxed, and some of that conversation went left. So we want to really start, I guess, Wanda, in the beginning, when Cat began to talk negatively about people such as Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. That piece really was the first thing that went viral. Right now on our YouTube page, it has 1.7 million views. 1.7 million. That's just on our page. I saw other blog sites that were 2 and 3 million views. So collectively, this thing is pushing around 10 million, if not more, views. In the beginning, that's what happened.
Right.
You can pick it up.
Okay, so to be honest with you, when I found out Cat Williams was coming, I got excited. Okay, I know many people think, well, you know who Cat Williams is. You know, Cat Williams and I have never officially really met. Like, we don't know each other, like as in friend, comics. We've never worked on a tour together. We've never worked together. So this was really a big deal for me to have him come in. So when they told me he was in the green room, you said to me, wanted to go in the back and see if you can get him to come on, because he had told our producers that he wasn't going to come on. So I went to the back in the green room and I was like, hey, everybody, which I always do. And I said, good morning. And then he goes, I'm not coming on the show. I wasn't booked to come on the show. And I said, it's okay if you want to come on, like, come on. So I was teasing with him about coming on. And so then, he kept saying no. I said, but why? I said, come on. I've never been on air with you. I say, so come on. Here's a great opportunity. So Red Grant, myself, and Gary started to walk towards the studio. And when we got in here, he still was saying no. He was outside the studio. So I started playing little clips like, come on in, making him feel good about coming in. I'm excited that he's coming in. So, once he got in, I was excited to really have him in this studio, to be honest with you. And I felt like as he started to talk in the beginning, he had an agenda, like to attack me. And I kept feeling some type of way. And I'm like,
did you feel the tension in the room before he even started talking?
I felt the I did. And then I said, okay, where's this going? So honestly, because of the respect that I have for him, like I feel like he's one of the comics that has made it. And so I'm excited. I called my boss and said, Reggie, I never asked Reggie to drop music. I said, Cat Williams is coming. Can we drop music? And Reggie said, yes. He said, yes. We were going to drop music to give him that much time to just have fun with him. So we dropped the music, and I just felt the tension. Like, every time I would ask him something or say something, it was like he kind of came for me. And I'm not that kind of comedian. Like, I don't go tit for tat. I don't, that's not what I do. Nick Cannon asked me to go to Wild 'N Out. I'm like, dude, that's not my thing. I mean, so just because of the respect that I have for him, when he started coming at me, it kind of threw me off. So I didn't know how to retaliate or how to come back, because that's not how I wanted to talk to him. I didn't want to talk to him like that. I didn't want to go back and forth with him, because of the respect. So when it kept going on and on and on, as a person that has integrity, I had to say something back. And I didn't want to, because my focus, Frank, in Atlanta was because God had just blessed me with this folder right here to go to the Nicholas house when I got off air, was to help these homeless women. So my mind wasn't on being disrespectful and in a bad place. I just wasn't in a bad place. So I did not want to go back and forth with Cat Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me. So that's why I never said, people like, why you didn't go back? Because I know my mouth. I could have said some really ugly, foul things, but I didn't want to talk to him like that. I did not. It was a respect thing. So, I've done a lot of things in my life. I'm not perfect. A mistake spread it so fast. I help people here in Atlanta all the time, from helping the homeless people to helping kids get school clothes, to helping single moms get things for their kids, keeping kids in school. And none of that stuff ever went viral. The minute me and a brother get into something, it's huge. That was so hurtful.
The People Station, V103, the ATL's #1 for hip hop and R&B. Frank and Wanda in the morning on V103. Wanda Smith giving comment about what happened Friday with Cat Williams. Let's take just a few calls. Frank and Wanda in the morning on the People Station, V103. Hello.
I just wanted to make a comment to Wanda. Sweetheart, you should not feel bad, because I'm sure Cat Williams pissed me off and everybody else. He came up there. It just seemed like he came up there to attack you. He didn't say anything to Red. He didn't say anything to Frank. And personally, I thought it was distasteful. I thought it was very disrespectful. You have absolutely no reason to feel bad, because everybody sees him in the news, and we already know he's an idiot. And having money don't make you smart. So you should not feel bad, because he was just wrong all the way. You did nothing to him, and clearly he was just there, and he was upset. He kept saying, Wanda, what do you cook? Wanda, what do you do? He didn't ask Frank, who is a man. They were saying because he has kids and he's a single father, they're asking him what he cooks, but he didn't ask anyone else. He just asked you. He was there to attack you.
Frank and Wanda.
What's up, Frank? Hey, Wanda. Listen, real quick. What y'all did, what any comedians would do in the schoolyard, and that happens. I totally agree with you. He was bitter from the time he got on the radio. And what I don't think Cat respects is the game has now changed. It's not about, rappers don't sell CDs because you can get the music from anywhere. People blow up on the internet very fast. Very fast. And he's not respecting the game has changed. Everybody doesn't have to put in the same amount of work. Don't knock other people because they're universal comics. Let it go. Get your money. Let Wanda get hers. Let everybody else get theirs, and let it go. You can't be bitter. What grown man knows how long his hair is? I have no idea. What grown man? Yeah, you do Phillips Arena, but don't forget the show that you stopped because you was high and you had to give them people their money back. It was a lot of places you could have went, but you didn't. I understand that and I respect it, but he got to let that bitterness go.
It was just hurtful. I promise y'all. Like, that was my first time meeting Cat Williams. Like, we've never talked. We've never had a show together. I was excited. Again, I asked Reggie, can I drop music? He's coming. And everything just changes. It's crazy how something so was supposed to be so great ended so bad. And I do understand that, with prosperity comes prosecution. I get that. but I wanted to be in a peaceful place. And that's why I wasn't, and they was like, oh, Wanda, he said this, why didn't you come back? I didn't want to talk to him like that. That would be like Denzel Washington coming in here and I disrespect. I got that much respect for Cat Williams. You made it. I'm happy you got all of that, but I'm just not a person to down other people. I wanted to praise Tiffany Haddish because of her success. Yeah, it may have been short-lived. A lot of us didn't know who she was. I went back to the movie theater 3 times. That's how much I enjoyed that film, bringing women together. You know what I mean? Like that made me happy to see her move forward. I am happy for Kevin Hart. I'm happy for them. I'm not jealous and I'm not mad about nobody's climbing up the ladder. I'm happy for anybody that's doing well, even Cat Williams. I'm proud that he could sell out Phillips Arena. You a black man doing great things. I'm happy for you. Matter of fact, Lamorris and I went to his last show, the last show he just had here. So I had no ill will. I don't know why that went to the left. And I promise you, I just felt like, I spoke with the spiritual lady on Thursday and she said, you're getting ready to do so many big things, Wanda. And I had just gotten this deal. My boss, I was having a hard time trying to get into these homeless shelters to help these women. And as soon as I got the go on, you got it, this place called the Nicholas House want to give you all, you can do whatever you want to do. She called me and said, you get ready for spiritual warfare. You get ready because you're climbing up the ladder. You get ready to do God's work. It's going to be hate is going to be coming from so many places. I never expected to come right here. This is my job. This is where I work. I get on this radio every morning to talk to people to get to jobs that they don't like. I talk to people to help them with their kids. I do things for people. I don't want to go back and forth with this man like that. That's not cool.
How did you feel when you started seeing all the stuff online?
I'm like this, Frank. I am, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm from Miami, Florida. My heart is different. I'm a person that I've seen so many bad things in my life. It didn't bother me. Like it doesn't faze me that you feel that way about me because my father taught me how to be strong. You have integrity. You have pride. You got to be prideful. And I also thought about how they did Jesus Christ. They threw stones. They spit on him. They did all of those things, but he never stopped caring for us. And that's how I am. I'm not hurt. I'm not mad at y'all because you're upset at what took place. My family, since I've been on this radio for 25 years, you've never heard my family or me do nothing bad to nobody, to no one. And I just felt like, gosh, I never had this feeling on this radio station. Like, I never had that feeling. I just wanted peace. I wanted not to sit here and go back and forth with Cat Williams. I did not. That didn't make me feel good because I knew when I got off the air, I had to go to Nicholas' house to go speak with these women. And after all of that, I got in the car and I still went over there and I still spoke to those women. They had no idea what I just went through. And I didn't even think about all of that. So just looking at all the stuff online, I've been getting hits from hometown people I hadn't talked to in years. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing to me how something so negative could be so big. And as a people, I'm like, really, y'all? Okay, is the hate really that strong for me? And I'm okay with that because I look at how Oprah handled things. I look at how Beyonce handled things. You can't go tit for tat every time somebody says something about you. I just got to keep in mind, I know what my job is. I know what my goal is. I know what God put me on this earth to do, and it wasn't to hurt people. But I do know hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. So if I hurt anyone, as far as my listeners, or I made you feel some type of way, I have no problem with apologizing because that's who I am. I have no problem with that. But I did not expect to sit here and go back and forth with a legend such as Cat Williams. I did not.
Why do you think it went that way?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We've never had words. The last place I saw him at the car and bike show. I saw him at the car and bike show. We got on the elevator and he kind of spoke and I spoke and that was it. I don't really know him. I don't know him. So, I didn't understand any of it, but I guess it wasn't for me to understand. But, it's just crazy how everybody it took wings and it was negative all over the world. I'm like, really, y'all? Okay, and if that's how people feel, I can't be upset. That's how people feel, and I'm not playing the victim because I did nothing but invited him here. You personally said, Wanda, go in the back and try and get him to come on. I damn near, did I not beg him to come on this radio? I begged him. He said, no, I ain't coming on. I said, please. I said, please, 50 times to him. Please, he didn't want to come on. So when he finally sat down and put his headphones on, I was like, okay, yay. I was excited. And I hate that it happened like this. That's not what I do, y'all. It's just not. And when I got to church Sunday, everything that happened, Dale Bronner talked about what happened, just like what kept.
Now, some of you are probably wondering, why am I letting this play? Because, like I said, the title of this live is You Remember the Mirage Vegas, mix it up, get it right, go for another try, and run it back again. We're going to run this again, but in a different fashion in just a little bit. There's a particular part I'm waiting on, okay? Let's keep
Kevin Hart said, when you're doing things, when you're doing great things, it's going to come. And I didn't expect that because that's not what I put out there. That's not what I put out there. When I go to the comedy club on Saturday nights, I know I'm giving laughter to people that may not be happy with their jobs or people that are going through things. I get excited to go to the comedy club. And when he said, I'm selling out Phillips Arena, you're just at Atlanta Comedy Theater, you're right. And I'm happy to be there. Each and every Saturday night, I take pride in going into that comedy club because I know I'm going to do a job. I'm going to do a job, not to insult people, not to call them the N-word. That's just not what I do. I have fun. I'm a comedian, but it's very few people that can get on there and say, oh, I came to the comedy club and Wanda Smith, cursed me out or called me the N-word. Like, if I do it, it's in fun, and I'm just sorry that it ended this way. I really am.
Do you think that Cat Williams going back and forth was in fun, or do you think he did it on purpose?
I was looking in his eyes, and it was like an attack. I don't even know what that was. Like, what did I do to you? Did I say something about you? Did I don't know. When I was looking at him, I couldn't even respond because my mouth can go there. I got a little mouth on me, but the respect wouldn't let me do that. It wouldn't even let, I didn't know. And the things that I was saying, they were weak. Yeah, because I didn't want to do it. I did not want to talk to him that way.
We're going to take a break. Our number is 404-741-WVEE. The phone lines are lighting up. People have comments. We're going to take your comments next on V103. Frank and Wanda in the morning. Take this quick break. Go to the V103 News Center, and we'll be right back. Give us a couple minutes. Frank and Wanda in the morning. It's V103, Frank and Wanda in the morning. We are discussing the incidents that went viral on Friday with Wanda Smith and Cat Williams and Frank Ski and our show. It went more viral than we expected. We knew it was going to be good, and a lot of people were obviously pointing to what he said about Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. Right. And I think a lot of people with the Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart comments, although they were harsh, I think people kind of was like, that's Cat Williams. Right. You know what I mean? He said messed up stuff about other people before. So it was big, but it kind of wasn't big.
Right.
But when you all went back and forth, that became the piece that made it big. Let's take a call. You're on V103. Frank and Wanda, hello.
Hi, Frank. I need to make this comment.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, Wanda's playing victim.
Okay.
We were either listening Friday morning or since then have seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda started that whole negative exchange. When she came for his hair, his clothes, Wanda is always clowning people for fun in the name of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams clowned her in the name of fun, in the name of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can give it, but you can't take it. Cat Williams did what Cat Williams does, and he clowned her.
And I was okay with that. I wasn't upset, that he clowned me, which I said that's not my thing. I don't go back and forth, kind of like the the wilding out thing. I don't know how to do that,
Yeah.
the joning and that kind of thing. And I think, and if I could go back with you just a little bit, remember it all started when we started talking about the food part. And he said, "What do you cook?" And I said, he said, "No, it started when I said, do you cook for your boys?"
That. It started with the hair, when you guys went back and forth with the hair. And to me, it looked like two comedians.
Right. And he was talking about.
Well, here's the thing, right? That hair, the 19 inches long, that was way, way, way before that. I do believe that it, started out with the food. Now, the Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart thing, that was more industry talk, but it got personal when it got to the food part.
My wig, and remember we both did it.
Right, you both did it, and it was two comedians engaged in comedic banter.
Right.
But from looking at it on air, your demeanor changed, and it looked like you took it personal and got mad.
Okay.
It shouldn't have gone as far as it did, but to me, it was funny.
Okay,
But
I got you, and I received that. I received
gun
that.
violence, or even the threat of gun violence, that is so petty and so unnecessary. We've got to do better.
Right. And so, I know a lot of people it was just so many comments, and, people like, well, how did you feel about, Frank sitting there? A lot of comments were that you were laughing, and, I was sitting here, and honestly, to be honest with you, Frank, like it caught me totally off guard. And after it went on for a while, I did wanted it to end. And I know you're the person that normally would cut things off. All right, man, it's time to go. It's time. And that never happened.
No, that did happen.
What you said, you did say.
I tried to go to break like 3 times.
Right.
And y'all kept going.
Right. So okay, we played the bumper. When we played the bumper, that's when we kept going over the bumper. And I agree. I put my part in. I did my part. I'm not saying that I didn't. I'm not playing the victim. I'm not saying that I didn't. But I think at some point I was expecting, all right, y'all, enough of that, because both of us were like kids. It didn't end. And I was expecting you to, as the man of the house, to stand up and stop the kids from playing. And it never happened.
I think because, honestly, truly, what happened with you and Kat is not new.
Right.
You and Sophia have done it. Other people have done it. We've had that conversation. We've gone past the bumper. We've done that before. When we're sitting in the heat of the moment and what's going on in the studio, and it was funny going back and forth, that's why I kept going. I tried to go to break a couple times, and in those exchanges, I think sometimes you would stop, and then you'd say something real quick, and then he'd come back, and then we'd stop, and then you say something real quick and come back, and that's why it didn't happen. Because to me, honestly, truly, I'm not the comedian. I'm not gonna get on this radio and take the role as the comedian. That's not my job. But when I see 2 comedians going at it, that's the way I looked at it. It was funny. It was 2 comedians going back and forth. Yes, Kat got the best of it, but there have been times where you've gotten the best of it.
And
I don't cut you off, and I don't cut other people off. So I'm not about to be on the radio and be fake. Like, okay, we just gonna cut it off because, I just didn't feel that way. I thought that's what you wanted, and I think that in the end, when we had a chance to look at it afterwards, then people are making those comments like, why didn't you stop it? And I think it's people playing Monday morning quarterback, because in the heat of the moment, that's not what we do.
Well, I also felt like
in the middle,
what was done on the radio, the people that did hear it on the radio, it should have been left there.
Okay.
As far as the viral stuff and it going on our website, I felt like that was disrespectful to me. This is where I live.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bring somebody.
Now, remember, whatever you do, hey Phil, welcome in. Whatever you do in life does have repercussions, good or bad. Let's continue on.
To my mother's house and have them to break in her house.
Right.
You understand? I'm just not going to do that. So this is where I live, and I'm not going to let nobody come in here and disrespect you.
Right.
If that would have happened, I would have stepped in, and I would have,
But understand this. I, as a person that is not a comedian, did not look at it as being disrespectful. I looked at it like 2 comedians playing the Joneses. Somebody's gonna lose, and it just so happened on that day you lost. Right. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, well, like I've sat here and watched other people, and I felt sorry for other people and the things we've done to other people. We've dogged out people on this show before. We've made people look stupid before.
Okay.
We've hurt people's feelings before.
Right, and you got to be able to take it when somebody do it to you.
But I didn't feel I didn't feel in the moment that you were hurt.
Right.
I didn't feel that way.
I did not want to go back
matter
and forth with Cat Williams.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring you to something.
Okay.
Remember, I forgot who was in here, and you were talking about the last time Jamie Foxx had his comedy weekend in Atlanta. What was it called? Laugh-A-Palooza. And you were having a conversation, and you were talking about how Jamie Foxx was at the bowling alley.
Oh yeah,
ragging everybody.
Yes.
And then somebody said a joke to Jamie Foxx that tore him down.
Okay, and I'm glad you brought that up.
And everybody, and it was like,
yeah.
But that's what happens. He was in the thing, joning on everybody.
Right. And let me explain that, and that's a good point.
That's what I remember.
So we were in Laugh-A-Palooza, and Jamie Foxx. It was several comedians there. So we had a microphone, and we were going back and forth with, they were saying mean things about one another. So they were like, Jamie Foxx is adopted. He's adopted. So a lot of people know that. The comics know that. So they were doing things like, Hope Flood, Jamie Foxx like, Hope Flood, your neck is at the front door. You need to come get it. So everybody busts out laughing. Oh, Wanda Smith, the weight loss people is at the front door. They coming to pick you up. Everybody busts out laughing. And then somebody got on the microphone and say, Jamie Foxx, your parents are at the front door. They want you now since you're rich. And everybody just paused, and it did something to him. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget that moment.
It was personal for him.
It was personal for him.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. But some of the people were laughing, and it was it was still ongoing laughter, but I can only imagine what that felt like in his heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that, and that's a great point.
So I didn't know any better.
But so now that it went, do you felt like you should have stopped it, or do you feel like now that it's out there and this is a negative thing?
I feel, first of all, I don't appreciate people keep saying you should have stopped it.
Right.
Because we both have the responsibility to stop it. You have just as much responsibility to say to go to break than I do. You could have looked at the producer and said, okay, cut it. And he would have cut it. But you didn't do that. Y'all kept going back and forth. So you got just as much power as I do. So I don't want people to listen to the show thinking that I got this magic button that I push. That's not the way this thing works. I didn't know. I'm watching two comedians going back and forth. That's what we did. And it was funny. And it was funny. And I think that had it gone the other way, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Right.
Had you won over Cat Williams, we wouldn't be sitting here having the conversation. So it's unfair to say I should have stopped it just because you lost. That's unfair.
Yeah. And I'm not.
And but let me just say this. Let me just say this. I never want to hurt your feelings. You are my partner, and I love you. So I never want to hurt your feelings.
Right.
So the fact that it happened and hurt your feelings, I feel bad for. But you're like, your husband shouldn't have picked up the phone and called me. Right. That was wrong. This is business. Your husband ain't got nothing to do with V103 or to pick up the phone to call me. That'd be like my wife calling you because you said something about me.
Right.
That's inappropriate. So I was hurt by that. I thought I understood, I understood because looking online and seeing everything that happened online was hurtful. And it wasn't just hurtful for you.
Right.
People talking about you hurts me. Because we're family. I'm not sitting there looking online laughing because I'm like looking at it like, oh, that's my partner. So I didn't like it. Now to address the whole thing about how it got out, amongst other people that were in the office, we thought you were okay with it.
Okay, but I wasn't asked. I wasn't asked.
But I played it. I played it in the office.
But you still, when we got off the air, we all went into the studio, right?
Yeah.
Give a little context, conjecture, and connection. I know this seems very long-winded here. Morning radio shows are usually on from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., right, on radio. Afterward, what ends up happening is the best moments, right, they have a post-production meeting to decide which moments were good, which moments were okay, and which ones were just So then they decide which clips go on social media later on in the day to fuel the conversation and get everybody ready for tomorrow morning. So listen to this.
And we played, I'm looking at your computer, and there's a first bar, then there's a second bar, which I know that the guy in the back, the person edited. So I don't know.
I edited.
Okay, well, whoever edited it. Okay, so when we got in the office, you were playing it for the digital person. I sat in the chair and I listened to it. And so the first part played about the whole Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart thing or whatever. Then you played the second half. So you explained to him, this is when Cat Williams and Wanda got into it. So we were all clear on it took place. So when the digital guy came back to the door, he says, I'm going to go figure out what I can put together and I'll be back. So I hung tight. We waited, whatever. So he sat and listened to the entire thing in its entirety. So when he left and came back, I don't think you were in the room. He came back and he came to the door and he said, okay, I'm going to start where Kevin Hart starts to talk, where Cat Williams started to talk about Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, and I'll end there. And so I took it as, okay, well, that's all he's going to play. That's how I took it. It may have been a misunderstanding, but I heard that in my ears. Yeah. So when I saw it on, am I correct? Okay. When I saw it on YouTube,
I don't think he agrees with you.
Okay, he doesn't agree. Okay. When I saw it on YouTube and all the other stuff, I'm like, okay, I have no idea. I
think the misunderstanding was what the digital department was talking about was the tease. The 1 minute tease that goes on Instagram. He was talking about where he was going to cut the tease.
Yeah, I wasn't clear with that.
But what happens in the studio, we normally play the whole thing back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we do that. We play the whole thing back. So, for that, I think that was the misunderstanding, because I truly left here thinking we were good with it. I would never put something on the air. I mean, obviously what happened on the air happened, but I would never recirculate something that was uncomfortable. I mean, but let me say this. Let me be transparent and say this. I had to get on this radio station and talk about my bankruptcy.
Absolutely.
Now, I talked about it and talked about my divorce. After I got off the air, I felt some kind of way. But when I went on YouTube to watch it again, it hurt me. But I had to let it go because it's already there. It's already out there. So I know how it hurts when you go back and you've had time to think about it. You know what I mean? And I don't really think it's cause to, blame anybody. It was just, I did it. I took the shot. I said what I said on the air. Subsequently, digital taped it, and the interview lives online. And I've had to be okay with it. Other people, we're gonna take a quick break because there's other calls that people want to talk about. And then we'll talk about, if you want, what happened afterwards.
I do. I just want to clear a few things up. About what happened at the comedy club, so that we're clear. And it was, I just want to be clear.
So I wanted to play all of that for you because you see how they took time out to really address it. That's 31 minutes and 27 seconds. Now, let's go to Big Tigger's response. Okay. Here we go.
Good morning, Atlanta. I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning. Back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection. I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary. You know who you are. Good morning, Atlanta.
So that was Big Tigger's response. Now we're going to go to Francesca Amaker's response. Okay, here we go.
This week has been the most challenging moment of my personal and my professional life. Throughout my 16-year career, I've worked tirelessly to build a reputation that is rooted in professionalism, integrity, and respect. And, despite these last few days, those values remain unchanged for me. I would like to reiterate that I have never, nor will I ever, have an affair with anyone in a relationship or marriage. My mother and father, who are listening right now in Ellenwood, have been married for 42 years, and I will always value such a bond. Mom and Dad, thank you for showing me that. As difficult as this experience has been on myself and my reputation, it's been difficult also on my family and my friends, my community, and those who look up to me. Just know that I feel more empowered than ever. And, this past week, it just reminded me that faith, resilience, and character, that's what matters most. That's the statement that I need. And that anyone who's listening to this, your worth is never defined by public opinion. I am so grateful for the incredible support of my family. Shout out to the Emakers. Thank you for standing by me. My friends, my colleagues at V103, and everyone who stood by me and reached out online, on my phone, via text. I saw everything, and I do mean everything. This moment does not define me. I'm moving forward with faith, grace, gratitude even, and you know what? Even excitement for what lies ahead for me. Because as my father always says, the best is yet to come. So as Tigger even mentioned, I'm just so appreciative to my community, my hometown of Atlanta, for standing up for me, sticking up for me, and standing by my side. That comment section was evil, but I kept those DMs open and received the most kindness I've ever received in my life. And I'm so thankful to those who reached out with kindness and believed me. Thank you.
And again, I just want to offer my apology to you and your family. You and I both worked very hard over the course of our careers to get where we are and where we're going. I don't know if I can ever repay you, but I just wanted to apologize again to you and your family for all of the damage control that you've had to do and all of the negative light that has been cast on you. You didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. And we're going to try to move forward and continue to bring the right kind of energy to Atlanta every morning on the line about trying to call me. That being said, thank you for your support, Atlanta. We'll be here the rest of the morning. We'll be here hopefully every morning in general. I appreciate the support of those who have supported, and that's all I have to say at this particular time. We'll be back with more right after this on B103.
So, with that being said, you heard Francesca and Wanda's conversation and the extent of that conversation. Very open-ended, direct, and exploratory. Here, very controlled, very contrite, needing to stay on target, right? So, and like I said, it's interesting because what happened with Wanda Smith happened on V103, and then during the weekend with Red Grant at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, what happened is what happened, and they were back Monday. With Big Tigger, right? This was on the weekend, right? With him and his wife. And this was an off-air situation. He was not on the air for a few days. And this was the first time in a while. So it's interesting how on air, off air, on air, right? And that's why I say, do you remember the Mirage in Vegas? Mix it up, get it right, go for another try, and run it back again. Two different situations, right? However, assault was in both situations. And so now we are going to talk about some intel that came out from Queen Sheba. Shout out to her. One thing to know, two things for sure about Queen Sheba. She does her work. She has been out here stomping the pavement, and she is definitely a legend for sure. So just wanted to mention that, okay? Everything I'm about to say came from her. I took my notes because I don't know where I am right now. With Queen Sheba, I don't think I have any really problems with her at all, and I don't think she has any problems with me. She's been on the up and up, and I've been on the up and up in my own journey, so we don't really have any cross-pollination of problems. Oh, sorry, y'all. Y'all know I always gotta have my on me. Where is it? Where is it? Anyway, I'll find it later. Anyway, like I said, I don't have any problems and stuff. But also, too, I just wanted to be respectful of not sharing her stuff because, sometimes when you share the content can be a little tricky. But I did watch the notes, okay? So, what I'm about to show you here is from Alicia Brown. For that, I apologize to my husband, his co-host, our families. I meant to say his co-host, our families, and those who were affected by my actions. I appreciate everyone allowing us the privacy and space to move forward. I like this one even better. So this is Alicia Brown, right? Talking about what she needs to say, right? And then thank you with a heart emoji connected to it. Anything for you. Anything for you, fam. Anytime, another heart emoji connected to it. Now, this person is from the 103, okay? Biggest thing, she has to retract and apologize ASAP. Make it clear she was highly emotional and those facts were done out of blind passion, not facts. Share deep regret for making untrue accusations, okay? Then Big Tigger is instructed his wife Alicia on who to send it to. Alicia Brown makes a statement asking if this is okay. Thumbs up emoji from Big Tigger. Please send to Rick Caffey at Audacity.com. Now, for those of you who wonder what's Audacity, that used to be CBS Radio, and they switched over to Audacity. And Paul Diaz at Audacity.com and CC me. So correspond with me. So you know how like you when you're making out an email, you need to add people. That's basically all it is. And Alicia asked what email. BigTig@Mac.com. Thank you. Let me know when it's sent. Please be home soon. And then this is the statement right here that we all saw, but this was sent to the 103. To whom it may concern, I'm writing rather. Was trying to get all the notes, child. I'm writing regarding recent reports and online discussions involving my husband, Darian Big Tigger Morgan, and allegations that he physically abused me. I want to say clearly and unequivocally that my husband is not an abuser, has never physically abused me. During an emotional, deeply personal argument, I made the decision to release a video and related information while I was hurting and upset. In doing so, I did not fully consider how the content could be interpreted by others. Unfortunately, the release of that material has contributed to a false narrative that my husband intentionally harmed me or engaged in domestic abuse. That is not true. While people have drawn their own conclusions Those conclusions do not accurately reflect my position or my experience. I sincerely apologize for any confusion, concern, or disruption the situation may have caused for your organization, and for the impact that public speculation has had on my husband's reputation. I regret that my actions contributed to misunderstandings that have taken a life of their own. Rather, this is a private marital matter that my husband and I are working through together. I respectfully ask that my statement be considered when evaluating the allegations currently circulating in the media and online. I'm also working with an attorney to address the media, make it clear that my husband is not an abuser. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Alicia Brown. Right. So, with that being said, there was a court document, and I'm going to read it now. Sorry, y'all, to do this. My bad. Here we go. I am writing regarding Audacity's handling of events surrounding the severe facial injuries while I sustained while your employee during Big Tigger Morgan remained employed by Audacity. Within days of my release from the hospital, I personally appeared at the V103 station where my injuries were plainly visible. Audacity was fully aware of my condition soon after members of the public began commenting on V103 social media pages after recognizing me at the hospital and questioning why your employee was on the air while I was receiving emergency medical treatment. Rather than allowing those concerns to remain visible, those comments were removed or hidden from the public. More troubling, I was asked to provide a written statement saying that my husband did not abuse me and to make a public statement regarding my injury because I understood that these statements were necessary for him to remain employed. As the injured spouse, I found myself in an impossible position: either remain silent and risk the financial stability of my household, or make public statements about deeply personal traumatic events while still recovering physically and emotionally. No victim should ever feel that economic well-being of their family depends upon making statements to protect the employment of the person involved in the incident. In my view, Audacity placed me in that position rather than prioritizing my recovery and allowing the facts to be either remain silent or risk the financial stability of my household, or make public statements about deeply personal traumatic events while still recovering physically and emotionally. No victim should ever feel that the economic well-being of their family depends upon making statements to protect the employment of the person involved in the incident. In my view, Audacity placed me in that position. There we are. We're all caught up now. Rather than prioritizing my recovery and allowing the facts to be addressed through the appropriate legal process, I believe the company's actions shifted the burden onto me rather to help preserve the employment of one of its highest profile personalities. Domestic violence and allegations of domestic violence are matters of significant public concern. Employers routinely communicate that they maintain zero tolerance for workplace violence and expect employees to uphold standards of conduct that reflect the values of the organization. If Audacity expects those standards to apply across its workforce, then they should be applied consistently regardless of the employee's celebrity status, market value, or able to generate revenue. Policies protecting the integrity of the workplace should not appear to change based upon individual's position or public profile. The appearance that one employee receives different treatment because of the revenue that they generate undermines the public's confidence in the company's stated values and sends a troubling message to victims that financial interests outweigh their well-being. So, with that being said, I wanted to come on and bring that information to you all. Like I said, shout out again to Queen Sheba. I have no problems with her. She has no problems with me. Like I said, I don't know if y'all know this, I've become a lot more of the stuff because I've always been curious. I've always been intrigued. But most of all, I do believe that life should not be one-dimensional. Now, like I said, shout out to Queen Sheba for getting those receipts. Do I think there's a cover-up? Actually, I don't. I do agree with Queen Sheba on this. The company should have stayed out of it, right? Now, remember, Wanda Smith, Cat Williams, that happened on V103. Weekend event, back on the air Monday morning, right? Off-air event with Big Tigger and Adrian Morgan, right? Alicia Brown and Big Tigger, weekend event, off the air for a couple of days, right? And I wanted to bring that up because Audacity is keeping this very tight. Like I said before, the bigger the media market, right, the more local talent you're going to have. For example, I'm in Ohio, right? We got a guy named Sam Silk on 93.1 WZAK. He's a local talent. Cleveland is a big market, right? Little Rock, Arkansas, for example, we have a particular radio station that is the People Station. Roll it.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you.
One more time, y'all. Sorry.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip Hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B.
J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
So I wanted to bring that up because with Little Rock, Arkansas, it is a lower tier market. Now, thankfully, because of structure and who owns it, Broadway Joe is never going away. He's an Arkansas legend, right? But in the same token, most radio nowadays is syndicated radio. It's not local talent, right? So because Big Tigger is in Atlanta, which is a top 10 media market, and because he does have the social capital, right, of being known by the people, of the people, for the people, right? And because that social capital creates financial capital in terms of ad revenue, you can imply that there is a cover-up happening. I think Audacity, what they tried to do was to get all the receipts that they can, because Audacity does not want a lawsuit. Audacity did not do DV to Alicia Brown, right? So I think V103 is trying to make sure their tracks are straight. Now, do I believe that it's right to cover up a crime to protect a high-profile talent? Fuck no, it's not. Just like it's not right to allow DV to happen. In the same token, if V103 did not do any due diligence, then the people will say, oh, well, V103 on Audacity is allowing domestic violence to happen to a radio personality's wife, right? And the video is out. We talked about it earlier in the day, right? And I said we need more information. What I will say is this. I think V103 on Audacity are trying to cover their tracks, so that way they won't get a lawsuit. They should not have told Alicia Brown to make a statement and to say it was based out of pure emotion. They should not have done that, because now you have opened up yourself for a lawsuit investigation. So no, I don't think there's a cover up to protect Big Tigger. I really don't. I do think that they have moved in a cover-up energy to save their own ass, but it should not be at the expense of domestic violence. That is my personal opinion. Once again, shout out to Queen Sheba for getting those receipts. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So we're going to take a little bit of a commercial breaky break, and we'll be back with more right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being movers, a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not being seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mirage's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I love you right back so much. I tell you thrice. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. And y'all, let me just say this. You know what I mean? I know that we cover a lot of destinations per day, right? And, you know, I I am where I am and I am where I'm not, right? But just know this. Like I always say, y'all, just because I don't say everything doesn't mean I don't see everything. Just because I'm not able to be everywhere doesn't mean I don't know about everything. And I think y'all have always known me to give credit where credit is due. I wanted to breathe with this new information in a fashion that was accountable, responsible, and had integrity with it because, like I said earlier, Alicia Brown did leave her child in a car for 8 hours while she was at a casino. And there is a missing 17-year-old child that cannot be negated from this, right? In the same token, I do not believe that it is right that a company tell a full-grown woman and somebody's partner to please write a statement saying that that was out of blind passion, not out of facts, and reducing a woman's pain. I don't believe that is right. I don't believe that's cool. I think that is disrespectful as well, right? I think we have to understand that just because people have a difference of opinion, they behold something from, because the state married things that I behold, just because people behold things differently or have any type of inkling of a different energy does not mean that they hate that person, doesn't mean that they're dragging them, doesn't mean that they're wishing anything that is not of well-to-do energy on them, right? So I want that to be cleared up because, child, YouTube can talk very quickly. I want every content creator who is creating content, actual content, to win. I really do. I feel like life is way too short to want somebody to fail. Now, Milagro Grams did what she did to Megan Thee Stallion. There's a reason why people don't like her. Dasha K talked about a child and their mom having an STD. We don't want her to win. the DL Whisperer, said, I want to delete T.S. Madison. We don't like that. AL stalked a whole person out here and talked all this big ish and lost in court. We don't like him. And with this whole Melody thing that she's going through, he's only talking about it to get his revenge on her. We don't like that type of energy. So just because you may have a difference of opinion, this, that, and the third, doesn't mean you have any smoke with them. I really have no smoke with anybody. I really don't. I stay to myself, of myself, and by myself. In other words, child, let me just make it unequivocally clear. I have no problems with Queen Sheba. Queen Sheba has no problems with me. But I also know that sometimes sharing content can be dicey, and so that's why I took the notes and wanted to be respectful of her content. Y'all saw that blip of the letter. Want y'all see at least a glimpse of it so y'all know that I wasn't playing with y'all. Not that I do play with y'all. Whenever you're speaking about issues of this magnitude, you cannot, should not, and could never not play about this, right? And just because this has not happened to you does not mean it does not matter. Everything is a blessing, a reason, a blessing, a lesson, and a reason, right? For everything. So hopefully what this situation shows us is whether you sit high and look low, or you sit low and look high, nobody should be going through DV. No company should be forcing anybody to tell them what they should and should not say. But most of all, we have to be better at recognizing that all pain is not only not all equal, but all pain is not heard the same. Amen, amen, and amen. And like I said, in the words of this queen right here, this is what Braylon Lee's been doing.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
That's all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing. That's really all I've been doing. And like I said, have you seen what's been going on in the world today? There's a lot to talk about, child. So believe me, this Big Tigger story is far from over. Like I said to everybody who's covering it, remember, you got 4 lessons on what not to do. That is Malago Rams, that is Tasha K, that is AL, that is DL Whisper. Those 4 should go out on a tour together. Okay, like King's Comedy. So there ain't no kings or queens here. All court justice, if you ask me, they should all go out on tour together. But nobody's going to show up no how, so it is really a waste of time. But anyway, like I said, y'all, I will keep you updated with everything as much as we know it now. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, Bray, does that mean B103 has to give up Big Tigger, right? I think what they are probably going to do is they're probably going to call in some of the V103 family to fill in for Big Tigger as, this plays out, of course. I'm sure that there will be some guest hosting on V103 for the morning show until they get this figured out. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't think that V103 has made any decisions as of yet to figure out if they want to get rid of Big Tigger. Of course, like I said, you don't want to know what you heard could be true, right? And so just let all the facts play out, right? That's why I come to y'all with what I have at the time. And it's absolutely okay to say that sometimes you just don't know something, right? We talk about a lot of heavy subjects on here that sometimes I do know a little something about and sometimes I don't. And I think that it is absolutely okay not to know things. It's absolutely okay. If you don't know something, at least that makes you human, right? No one knows everything. My mom had said the day that you found the person who knows everything, or the day you found the most perfect person, please introduce me to him. Please. You know what I mean? So I pray for Big Tigger. I pray for Alicia, their children. I pray for the missing child to come back home. Like I said, this is a very, very, very deep web that we are all entangled into about Big Tigger. So with that being said, let's get to the daily motivator here, and then we will head on out. Here we go, y'all. In actual life, every great enterprise begins with and takes its first forward step in faith. Senegal, very well said. It's time for Saturday. For Saturday, June 27th, 2026. Choose contentment. Contentment is often seen as a lack of ambition, but that's not true. Contentment is a lack of anxiety, an absence of neediness, of freedom, of resentment. Contentment is a choice you make regardless of circumstance. Doing so locks you into the power of the moment you're in without restricting your future possibilities. Contentment does not only in any way prevent you from desiring or seeking or achieving more. On the contrary, it more fully opens you up to your great potential, right? When you choose contentment, you're filled with appreciation and gratitude, with peace and acceptance that deepens your connection to the abundance in your life and throughout all of existence. Contentment reminds you of how far you've come, that you can draw strength to go even further. Feeling contentment for who you are, for where you are, for all you have, let it inspire you to remain solidly on a positive path. Ralph Wilson. You know, oh my God, man. Ooh, this is a deep one. You know, I think about each level we are in life, right? There's some woman right now that just became a new mom today. There's some new dad that just became a new dad today. There's somebody that opened up, their first franchisee store or restaurant today. There's a lot of people that have done a lot of things upon the day. And did they hit everything that they wanted to today? Probably not. But at least they can look back and say, "What? Today was day one, and I made it through." Contentment does not mean that you're selling. It means that you are owning your reflection. Contentment is not you capitulating of, "Oh my God, this, that, and the third," right? It's not about that. Contentment does not mean that you're selling. It just means that you have perspective of where you are. It means you have perspective of where you are. It means you have perspective of where you are. I was watching a CBS Mornings interview with Dave Burleson and Drewski, right? And Drewski, said, "I'm a legend making," right? Now, to the outsider looking in, you're like, "No, Denzel Washington's a legend." But Denzel had to believe in himself that he was a legend before anybody else knew it. So Denzel and Drewski were both content where they were, but they never allowed their contentment to dictate them moving forward, right? So that's the second thing I want to tell you, right? And finally, the third thing is let it inspire you to remain solidly on a positive path. Sometimes on that path, you will get weary, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to see it. Damn it. I will read it again, child. Good Lord. This happens sometimes. This happens from time to time. I'll tell you my third point, right? My third point is let it inspire you to remain solidly on a positive path, right? That doesn't mean that on that path that it's not going to be trials and tribulations, right? I was talking to my dad today. I said to him, "I know what you and Mom went through was not nearly this, but it's hard to even complain about things anymore. It really is. It just is. Like, prices are rising up. Job market is difficult. No, it seems like nobody really wants to hire anybody. You barely can have any money to make your bills paid. Then you have a president, his administration, and supporters that don't want anybody around that doesn't look like them, sound like them, or agree with them, right? You got people worried if their kids are going to come home because of the culture of powings and how used to those we have gotten, right? And I want you to know, don't be stagnant in being curious about things. Don't be stagnant in standing up for yourself. Don't be stagnant in making the oh Lord, this is so deep. Don't have regret for being the only one standing in the room for right. Don't ever have regret for that. My mom has always said, sometimes it's not about the gift that you give. It is about making sure that within your contentment, you recognize other people who are rising. And it's easier said than done, it is. But I promise you, God has all your blessings in a storage room, in a warehouse. And it will go back to sender if you can't even do the basics right. So while it may be a struggle for yourself, myself, or anybody else in that matter, to look at contentment as a tool, I would just say this. I would rather have a space of not knowing what's coming next in my life, but being in peace about it, rather than always trying to find a way to stay relevant. Because when you keep doing things to stay relevant, eventually the person that you are gets strained, right? So. Woo! Child, it's been a long day. It's been a long day right here. In actual life, every great enterprise begins with and takes its first forward step in faith. Saturday, June 27th. Told y'all it was long. It was a long day. Saturday, June 27th, 2026. Choose contentment. Contentment is often seen as a lack of ambition, but that's not true. Contentment is a lack of anxiety and an absence of neediness and a freedom from resentment. Contentment is a choice you make contentment is a choice you make regardless of the circumstance. Doing so locks you into the power of the moment you're in without restricting your future possibilities. Contentment does not in any way prevent you from desiring or seeking or achieving more. On the contrary, it more fully opens you to your greatest potential. When you choose contentment, you're filled with appreciation, gratitude, with peace and acceptance. That deepens your connection to the audience in your life and throughout all of existence. Contentment reminds you of how far you've come. From that, you can draw strength to go further. Feel contentment for who you are, where you are, for all you have. Let it inspire you to remain solidly on a positive path. Ralph Wilson. So, with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you were chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, Rise will be great together. I always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're recognizing that just because you have power doesn't mean not only that just because you have power not only means that you have great responsibilities with this power, but you also have to understand the consequences of what it is when you don't tend to take care of that power, right? Make sure to replay, not just for watch it, not just for the stupid for what spirits. Again, I love you, I value, I appreciate you. Always remember, receive love, God give it, receive love, God give it, receive love, God give it. Where obstacles you overcome, where successes you have achieved about this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all, I think of Yolanda Adams, just be still and know I will never leave your side. And I just want everybody to know that in the stillness of understanding, I don't know everything, but that's okay. Rest in that. Rest in that. Rest in the power of being still. My mom said to me a long time ago, pray when being still is a gift. We do not know how much of a gift that is because we're always on the move. And I'm not saying the world be soft if everybody had the resources to be still. But your mind is where it starts. If your mind is not good, then what you're going to invest into is not going to be good either. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Like I said, tomorrow, Hard Hustle Houston review, everybody. Once again, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. but it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a phone.
Have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get a folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time.